Go.
Hi Thrive community, it is Dr. Brianna Tivey, and we are going to be starting a series this week about nutrition. And nutrition is a really fascinating topic to me because it's so important in your overall health and wellness. I think that having good nutritional habits in your life helps first and foremost to create good foundation for health, and can also be a phenomenal tool in helping to combat many common disease and illness processes, as well as other processes like inflammation that can contribute to pain in your life. Today, what I want to talk about is actually eating real food. That is my first nutritional message for you. We are genetically the same as our hunter-gatherer ancestors, and when we think about what our hunter-gatherer ancestors ate, they ate actual food that was found out in nature. And unfortunately, these days, we're eating a lot of stuff that's not really food, it's just stuff. And if you're looking for a great resource on this topic, there's a phenomenal book called In Defense of Food, and the author is Michael Pollan. And in that book, he lays out many good guidelines and tips for nutrition in today's environment. But my very favorite that he says is to not eat anything that your grandparents wouldn't identify as food. And that sounds funny on the surface, but when you really think about it, if you walk into the grocery store, how much of that grocery store is actually food that you could go out and find in nature versus what's a bunch of chemicals sitting in boxes on the shelf? So my advice to you would be to start looking at what you're purchasing and putting in your home to eat that is food versus stuff. And food is going to fall mostly on the perimeter of your grocery store. That's where you're going to find fresh fruits and vegetables, lean meats and proteins, nuts and seeds, and some minimal grains. And that's really what you want to stick to. And if you're looking for a good rule of thumb to just start with as a baseline, try to start paying attention to your ingredients. And on that ingredient list, try to have it be 5 ingredients or fewer, and try to be able to pronounce all of the ingredients on that list. Now, this may not change all of your buying habits right off the bat, but I promise if you start just paying attention to what's in the food that you're buying and trying to keep it to actual food items, you will start to think about your food differently. So we're going to explore many more nutritional topics further in depth over the course of the next several weeks. But for week 1, my advice to you is to eat real food and to start paying attention to your ingredients. I look forward to diving deeper later this month. Be well.